Olympian and other Eritreans freed after 18 years without trial, relatives tell the BBC. 13 people held for more than 18 years without trial in Eritrea have been released from a notorious military prison. Relatives of the detainees have told the BBC. Among those freed were several prominent figures, including 69-year-old Olympian cyclist and businessman Ethio-Eritrea Jebrahawat. They've been held at Myserwa prison, known for its harsh conditions and where many of the inmates are believed to be political prisoners. An unnamed source who was once detained in Myserwa told the BBC the prisoners were arrested in October 2007 following an assassination attempt on Col Simon Geberdingo, a senior internal security officer in President Isaias Afwerki's government. Around 30 people were initially detained, according to the source. Some have been released over the years, but about 20 remained in custody. Ethio-Eritrea competed in the Moscow Olympics in 1980 when Eritrea was part of Ethiopia. The mountainous country, which gained its independence from Ethiopia in 1993, has a strong cycling culture, and its cyclists have steadily gained international recognition over the past decade. Those released with Ethio-Eritrea on Thursday include prominent businessmen Tesfala Mengstib and Bekir Mabrado, as well as the Habdamarian brothers David, an engineer, and Matthews, a geometrist. 6 senior police officers and an internal security agent were also freed. The Eritrean government has not issued any statement regarding the releases. Many of them are sick, and this could explain why they have been released now. Families were not allowed to visit the prisoners throughout their detention, the relatives said. The UN and human rights groups have long accused the Eritrean government of gross human rights violations, including torture, forced disappearance, and imprisonment of tens of thousands of people in inhumane conditions. Myserwa prison, located about 9 kilometers 6 miles northwest of the capital, Asmara, has expanded over the years to include 20 metal shipping containers in which prisoners are held incommunicado, sources have told the BBC. Last year, Berhane Abri, who served as President Isaias's finance minister for 11 years until 2012, died in prison. He had spent 6 years in jail, detained after releasing a book in which he described the president as a dictator who needed to resign. He was also never taken to court. According to UK-based human rights concern, Eritrea, he died in Asmara's Karsheli prison. Over the last 3 decades, Eritrea has remained a one-party state with no functioning constitution. It is one of the most militarized societies in the world, with indefinite military conscription. There has been no free press since the closure of independent newspapers and arrest of most of their editors and journalists in 2001. This was when the government arrested 15 politicians known as the G15, along with 16 journalists, after they demanded that President Isaias implement the draft constitution and hold open elections. According to Amnesty International, the fate and whereabouts of 11 of the politicians, as well as the journalists accused of links to the G15, remain unknown. Aged 79, President Isaias marked 32 years in power earlier this year and has still never faced an election.